getting ready to make some bruschetta this evening. First, you start out with about 6 to 8 Roma tomatoes. I have 6 there. I usually do 8 when I'm making this, but there's not as many of us eating it tonight. I have some fresh basil from my plant out in my planter, and the leaves are still kind of small. It's just coming back after I cut it back, but you can buy basil in the grocery store, and I put some pictures of basil in the packages, or you can buy it in the plant form, which really turns out to be more economical, I think. So at my little local grocery store, the basil in the package didn't look very good, and it was $2.49. The plant was $2.99, and then at Walmart it was $1.49, I think, for the package. You could also, if you don't have access to fresh basil, I've used this before too, just the dried basil leaves, and we like it. It's not quite the same, but it's still good. And so you're also going to need some salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, or you can leave that out, or you could use fresh garlic if you prefer. Balsamic vinegar, some olive oil, we prefer the light tasting, and then a loaf of French bread. I got this recipe from a woman named Sue Smith who lives in my area, and it was at a women's meeting. She was demonstrating it, and so it was really good, and I wanted to try it again, or I wanted to make it myself, but I didn't think my family would eat it. I had little kids at the time, and one of them was really picky, and I didn't think that it would go over very well. So it took me a couple years before I tried it, and then I finally did, and they all just went crazy for it, and so it's been a family favorite ever since. So thank you, Sue, for introducing me to bruschetta. So you're just going to dice these tomatoes up really small. And this is a really ugly knife, but it's the only one I have that's really sharp right now. And you may have a different method for dicing tomatoes up. This is the way Sue taught us how to do it. And I'm not sure I'm going to need all 6 of these. I may just do 4 of them. this could stand to have more basil in it, but this is going to be just fine. If we want, we can add some of the dry to it if we decide. Okay, I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic. Make sure I've got the garlic and not the onion powder. Some salt. Some pepper. Some olive oil. Now when I was teaching my kids how to do this, I would say 2 or 3 glugs, or shakes. So I don't know, however you like it. Just a couple of shakes of olive oil and then a couple of shakes of the balsamic vinegar. We like it kind of saucy. So I'll just stir it together. And let it sit for a little while. You can taste it, see if you've got the seasonings right. And then we're going to toast up some bread to go with it. For your bread, you're just going to slice up some slices here. We're going to put some olive oil on it and then broil it. Now I've seen recipes where they say to brush the olive oil on the bread, and I just never like to dirty up one more thing. So I always just pour it on a spoon and just spread it out the back of the spoon, and no one ever complains. And I am going to broil this bread on high and keep a close watch on it. There the bread is out of the oven. If you wanted to have it really crunchy, you could toast it on both sides. We're impatient. We usually can't wait that long. We like it this way. It works. But it would be crunchier if you toasted it on both sides. Okay. There you have bruschetta. Really easy, really fast, and really, really good.